but we didn't record it though, so we have
that's
to.
right.
We have to
I
do it
was just
again.
gonna make sure if we had done that. We're probably 135 today. Once we hit go speed, we'll let it stop. So we're going. So we'll be throwing about 9 spots per second, airspeed 10. See climbing, Euro come up, your door flaps come back up, and then you'll be slick again. So that plus 10 knots on CETOs gives you that margin. So don't raise your gear until it's plus 10. Otherwise,
So then, you know, you have certain sort of speeds there for like gauge lots of the gear, or something like that. It's still 560 right now, go down.
I want you to note that this airplane has done 11,110.00 landings. Who logs landings to the 100?
Breakers are in. We are in both. Pins in. They say set reasonable goals, reasonable and achievable goals.
Yeah, well, that's reasonable. And that is achievable.
Right?
Yes.
This is
Going. So, yep, we've got we're starting right there on the end of P1.
What's the technical for you? Is standard like to tether pack, drop the handrail on the P1?
So
or drop the green hook on the P1?
no green hooks actually.
Translation or tether routing too much. Do you want to talk about why?
I don't.
So you've got EV1 straight shot out to the end of P1. And EV2 is going to be the mission path to this point. I think their concern was trying, even in, especially in a rescue, trying to thread the path between the radiator and the ATA and then overs, but I would think you would have the path.
You would have the path.
You would have my guess is you would have the length. I'd have to do it in Doug. I don't know whether they've looked at, they either brought it down or refurbed or they trashed it, I'm not sure.
Right. Okay, and send check. What's the easy way from the outside to figure out which one is the free end versus the fixed end? Obviously one's longer. I can look inside here and I still don't hear my car. Do I care if there's a little bit of strap floating in the breeze there?
I would
Knowing that
still
can take it off?
fold it so it's out of your way and it doesn't get caught in anything. Operations
Right.
for that.
So it's in medium tie-down duration mode without the wire tie?
Medium tie down, 1 year.
Medium duration tie.
Nonsense tools.
Yeah. Edge.
Okay.
You gonna stop taking your head?
Yes, yeah, you're going to
You could set your BRT ret to this, and it'd be legal with 4 latches. Or do you have to BRT ret to not correct? This doesn't work here. It's not the right distance.
Good to know.
This is the PVC translation model, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can go for it and try and translate this one, but if you prefer, the rest of it, that's what help you out.
No.
And then on J1 here, you also actually,
Yeah. Am I required to use a tool?
you're not required, but you can use
Well, right now, I'm still thinking end to end. So when I've got a spare, I'm going to pull that cover off, and I have to put this on the spare.
Yep.
I do. So yeah. So these guys, the dual latches from the spare, and then I'll also have to release some of the 8 bolts.
Yep.
Okay.
And one thing to point out here, if you look at, you've got H6 and you've got H6.
Oh, look at that.
When it's actually in the truss,
Okay.
you should be able to see that.
Any other questions on that?
Just a sand check question. So when I blasted through the procedures real quick, the way I leave this before I take the dive into the truss and get the APFR, I think I saw the procedure told me to loosen this, which means that the only thing that holds this in place is the rep that I have on. Is that correct?
Yep.
And that's how I leave it for Mojo.
Yes, yeah, we can do it that way. I've also seen it done where ICR scenario.
In an unfortunate, don't worry about it. It is in your rotational envelope, but you have VGA or room out already, so it's not going to rotate.
All right.
We'll be lighter on gas. Stennis is good, and they can take us.
You brought up metabolic. I was going to be my next question for you. So you beat me to where I was going, but I didn't think about the heat transfer.
I bet it was hot there.
It was way hotter in here. This is
hot
like
here.
cool. It is.
Get out of here.
It is. It really is. I see you guys.
We'll look at the documents when we get to Huntsville.
Stennis.
Status. HSA, HSV.
Morning meaning MOUR, not MOR. So not to their diurnal habits or their.
Whoa.
So
Ellington's 3.7, or was 3.7 degrees.
yeah. run away.
Do tell.
How did you, what is that?
That was like a kid's book growing up, right? Funny Farm.
It was a kind of bread.
Funny Farm.
Yeah.
I remember like a. All right, sir. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. You're welcome.
Thanks so much. Way to go.
Our second one is 8:49, and our final one is.
Lands, I like it.
Yeah, we can mess it up. That's the plan from which we plan to deviate. There's always a change, the change. But you'll notice I'm wearing my dark visor and not my clear visor. That's right. And that's how you make it dark.
Do something like that, I found that usually doing one approach at Acadiana, and then when you go over to Chenault, you'll probably get two.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. Yeah.
So,
Perfect. Okay.
you know.
Yeah. We're going east.
Or if we're on a big VFR day, let's just continue flight under VFR and land. In other words, we pick up a VFR hemispheric altitude, we come up initial at a runway, we wag our wings. When we pitch out to land, we look for a green light from tower. Oh, there's a green light. We're landing.
Every time I fly, I gotta do that.
Jeanette, I signed it off, so good jet. It had a flap over speed, so they complied with the inspections and all that kind of stuff. But otherwise, good jet.
All right. Cool. Thank you. Thank you, sir. He's being so professional.
Have enough, I guess.
Probably because analysis thought you needed the whole thing.
Back in the days.
Back in the days, we used less than 10% of it.
One link free away.
Alright. Yeah, I was just thinking that too.
TD.
Alright, I see an arm.
Right.
Alright, let's just run this in the back real quick. How's it
TD,
feel in the back?
CBR, WRO, can we get some weight relief? Just that now if you'd like.
Yeah, if you don't mind putting the load alleviating, I feel like I'm holding most of the seat weight myself.
WRO, TD, can you take us up to 75?
Can work. Alright, thank you. Wait, there we are. Okay, locked on the left. How's it feel?
Yeah, great.
Alright.
Copy.
Okay.
Oh, actually, these go in today. That's unusual.
Per the steps, what?
Do you need your palm bars tightened at all?
I can do that later once with my pressure.
Okay. Check that the glove heater.
Connected on the left. Okay, going to 3.
Oh, yeah.
Good 3.
Okay, helmet coming on.
Left ear cup. There we go.
Hold on.
Okay. We can start the timer. All right.
And 2, 1, start. Roger. Yeah, just one of those things we want to kind of get. Read it on. Yep. Copy.
Right up.
Right.
They don't work in here. That one does.
The left one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ojo, if you want me to take that adjustable off your wrist, I can do that.
Just a moment. O2 to press.
Copy. And just around.
Now we're going to slide over to get that. Here, let's take that thing off if you don't mind. Okay. Going over to Ivy.
All right. CM purge valve open and lock. Verify that the suit pressure is decreasing.
Copy. TCM purge valve coming open. Okay, it's decreasing.
Okay, copy. All right.
It should it be going down to 2.5?
No. And hold yes for 2 seconds to lock the parameter.
Lock.
Okay. And during this purge, you would monitor to make sure that O2P is above 725.
Go to Ivy.
The EMU cooler. So I think anti-fog is a really good idea.
We should talk later about our discussion about, we had a long discussion yesterday about warm restart options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a good conversation.
With this team, I think it.
Yeah.
Payback chart for pre-green. But it's still, the dust is still settling on that one.
Sure.
So.
Yep.
Can I leave a setting of 4?
You can leave the setting of 4.
That are going to really play on the interplay that you guys have to do and discuss things and make decisions about who's going to do what. And
The other side, by the way, was close to
I'll be as helpful as I can. And also, it's the balance of getting training objectives.
Ready? Okay, well done. So it sounds like you guys know each other very well, so I'll skip the introductions. So today, as you're already aware, we're the Russian node, which is the OOM. For our mock-ups, we don't have it here, so we'll be on the MRM2 platform, and on the screen part of you, that is the Russian node. Okay, and then Crew-8, you all will be docked at node 2 forward in our mock-ups for today. As utilization, because it varies on how we utilize the masks. So, as far as PBA usage, if you need, and if your scenario requires you to don an emergency mask, you can do this in your scenarios, and I especially encourage Tracy to do the don and purge during an ammonia. We won't have to have it. Whatever. If you want the solidarity.
We're timing for drop. We want to
Did you do it? T-res? You doing T-res?
Yes, I have it going now. It started at 7:38 and the timer's going right now.
Okay.
And now it's 7:34.
Okay.
And it's 43 seconds.
The timer dropped 1 millimeter.
Well, I know. So, okay, so we're going to take that time and divide it by 4. Or now it's...
do HDI for you.
4.
Yeah. So that's like 9 seconds. Yeah. 9, about.
9
Yeah.
millimeters a minute.
No, per millimeter.
All right. Let me just.
Okay.
Let's see.
Perfect.
That's better than 10 minutes.
Yep.
Using the station on 2,
All right, I'll grab the
HDI deflects towards node 2.
Did anybody see or hear anything?
Houston copies, HDI deflects towards node 2.
Doing well in node 2, working leak procedure. We're on page 109. That's 1.36 procedure. We're showing about a 48-minute T-res.
We'll get a better number, but we're getting, we concur with your 48 minutes, 48 minutes.
Okay.
Standing by for leak check results from the Soyuz crew.
Copy. And we are checking Columbus and Gem. Let me get a better T1.
And we'll wait for it to see what our...
So you for true.
There we go. We got 65 minute T-res, and we're working on our docking port checks now.
Sure.
Attach the vectors pointing into the
Our
line.
Soyuz and MLM Russia node are not leaking. I think
The rapid depress, but doesn't actually
That doesn't mean it's resolving.
on
Okay.
the
The
laptop.
E-Pay sensors that you're talking about resolving don't feed into
They don't feed this.
unfortunately.
Okay.
1.7, crew
We're joining you.
compliments, all crew compliments. Watching T-res.
Okay.
Crew coordination.
Let's see here.
Okay, we don't have any private guys. We're going to work the center line hatches. If it deflects towards node 1, leak is aft of node 1, so we go to 162. So we can probably report that if that was definitive. All right,
I agree, we go to step 23.
step 23.
Use the station.
At 660, looking at this line here, so it's like, it's below 40 now.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
about 30.
35-ish, 30 some odd minutes.
Okay. So what was the,
I agree. Equipment retrieval would work now. And what do we got?
Towards me!
All right.
Also noted towards the equipment lock.
All right, leak is in node 1, equipment locker PMA. So we continue. I see us at step 28 if you agree, TC. All
Towards
right.
me.
Towards you for sure?
Towards us.
all right.
Okay, I
so
see it.
It's pretty clear.
Leak is
Towards
in
node 1.
on
Leak is in
PMA.
node 1. Continue.
Okay.
All right.
Towards me.
Towards you? Okay.
Towards us. Not
Leak is
Tracy.
in node 1. All right, I see it's at step 31, node 1 isolation. So let's do it. I say we're done with equipment retrieval. We've done what we're going to do.
Use our actual T-res time.
Our pressure is 605, and it's dropping at, so it's 605, and we're still dropping at 9 seconds. We're
If we
actually
want to
at about
preserve
20 minutes,
that
we're
volume,
not at.
20 minutes of T-res. That's the number we need to make our decisions on.
Yeah, okay, we can do that. All right. Houston Station, did you copy last? Still stable at 601.
QC copies, and we concur.
Okay.
And Soyuz copies the Dragon.
Is it a cabin fire?
We gotta put on a PBA because,
No, it's over there.
okay,
Hit the button.
okay, yeah.
I was looking to see what was on. Hit the button. Fire. Close but not latch. Oh yeah, that's what kicked us off.
Any visible smoke in node 2?
Well,
I
I'm
don't
checking
see
to see
any.
if we need to mask up.
So far all the smoke is in there.
All right, and we have Dragon Crew accounted for in node 2. Node 2 starboard hatch closed but not latched. We do not see visible smoke pending CSACP readings.
2.1 of the Eamer book.
That is correct, and we're moving on to step 7. All right, fire continues, USOS, fire source location.
Yeah.
Okay, we copy, we see the smoke detector script, and you have...
I don't see the A word.
There are no clear indications of a fire source. Copy.
Okay, we copy, and we are working through step 2 and just verifying we still have a good safe haven in node 2. I'm sorry, what was it?
The
Well, say this
generator.
time doesn't
Okay.
match up with
Because
anything,
Right,
so
yeah,
so
we have
everything-
to
look
put
at
that
the-
somewhere
We're in-
generally
we're in red land
aim it
there.
towards where we feel like the
All right,
smoke.
so,
Okay.
Oh, so they're, okay, so they're forcing.
Don't get too much into that.
Roger.
So this looks like it was,
Okay.
We seem to see a little bit more smoke propagation around forward 3, but are told not to put too
It's
much
up to,
frequency in that.
it's actually deck 3 area smoke.
And correction, that's deck 3 area.
Pointed source, defer to you.
I would recommend starting near deck 3, but then we can go to the other method.
Okay. All right, so they've got
Copy
oxygen
all for
steps.
the service module.
Okay, so in the fireport amp,
This looks like you guys were.
well, I was looking,
yeah, we didn't see any failed stuff.
yeah.
So,
Alright.
So to review, we're going to go in. You're going to watch in here.
We're
Just
still at 49.50
dragging.
on the
Yep.
If we need to, we would
Absolutely.
regress over that side.
and we're gonna keep these going.
Copy for the service module.
And then mask up.
Mask
We're
up.
going to sample in the cabin, and then sample port, sample in the cabin. 30 seconds in between.
This
Highest concentration.
Willie Sutton, right? That's the guy who said, that's what the line is. Yep.
Emulators there. Let's see.
Relax an iPod.
Yeah.
Or just a mess.
Okay, let's jam that in the door. All right, this is our 1G. 33, 32, Columbus ambient. And that's at 10:39. Yeah. Pay no attention to that.
That got cut off.
Okay. Hey guys, I think you guys can come out now. We've found the fire port and we're going to unpower in there. It's going to turn out the lights.
There's a few things to power off from the PTC, but.
Okay.
I
It'll be
don't
good to
know
have
how
these
we're
guys
gonna
out of there for now.
manage that.
All right. Closed but not latched. Okay, let's check our CSACP. You guys can pull off your mask for a little while.
Yes, so our final background was 144.
Copy that. All right. We are still safe haven. This is from the module, right?
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
cabin reading.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Service module team copies. Oh, sorry, I'll step back here on the fireport power down.
Alright, I see the cabin reading. Cabin reading, okay. Hey Mike, our cabin readings are what?
Initial reading 313.
Okay. So, yeah. So Mike,
Yeah.
the port reading, the fire port is 313. Is it 8.5 that?
Just 313.
Three two zero. 320.
Okay. Oh, that's
Copy 320.
And we
I
got,
think you've done enough then.
okay, we need to put our PBAs on.
We didn't get to 5 minutes. I've seen enough.
Go, go. Let's blow it.
Deck 2, Bravo 2.
Deck 2, Bravo 2.
Do not touch the bottom, it gets very cold.
I'm bracing him so he doesn't.
Good call. 48 seconds or so? 45, 48?
Is it empty yet?
Okay, so we're looking for John Paul's smoke.
Yeah, exactly.
The smoke of John Paul.
The smoke of John Paul. And it's partly dark. We can shine a laser pointer in there and light up the smoke. If only we had a green one.
Did you get disapproved again?
No, we got 'em. We got 2 of them.
Houston copies, nailed it. We believe then that the module power down is not required. We did manage to get a video from Columbus routed to the ground so we can help keep an eye on things, but we'll just check in over the next hour or so and just confirm that the fire is out.
Go to node 3 for a little bit, and then go to the toilet trainer. Pardon me for laughing.
Oh, you want to go to node 3 instead?
Node 3, yes. Be careful.
Hardcore.
There's so much room in here. It's unbelievable. Doesn't look like this. It's more like
Forward crew for 12 days. We've got about 10 crew hours of work to get the dose pump, the connectivity monitor installed. We still have to put in a new questionnaires. Be honest, we want good feedback. And those are timeline. I mean, you're gonna get y'all are gonna be a great crew to work with, and I know y'all are gonna have a good time together. And
Lots of emails and pictures. We're coming your way.
can't wait.
All right, guys. Let's
go over to
the
beam.
Thanks for your time.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah,
Good to see you.
Looking forward to it, Pojo.
It's always good to see you on. Thanks, Bruce. You're awesome.
Yeah, just hanging out in the office.
I know.
An inflatable module docked to the Node 3 aft hatch. It was flown aboard SpaceX 8 in April 2015. Additionally, powered equipment can only be left unattended for 15 minutes.
You're there for quite a while, so you might.
And like, do we grab samples in there every once in a while?
No, it's not anymore. The IMV's continuously circulating. That's basically, we don't have any shell heaters, so that's what provides the condensation control, temperature control.
So the long-term plan is to keep beam.
We're going to keep it, I think, as long as it holds air. It's right now. It's we had it was originally 2.5 year tech demo. We added 5 years to that, and we're approaching the end of that structural extension, and then they're working on potentially extending it even more. But I suspect it's providing a very valuable service with 3,000 plus pounds of really large stuff.
It's also
Has it had an MMOD strengths?
The what?
MMOD strengths?
We think so because we've got the DIDs, and because they kind of come in from the top potentially.
right. So this is like an exposure facility now, really.
Yes, and the two REMs, they've been able to get data that they can maybe better map the South Atlantic anomaly. From what I've heard, it's pretty cool.
My super squad.
See ya.
Makes sense. Cool. Thank you.
50% of the squad just took 2.
What?
Said 50% of the squad.
That here, the pressure is what holds that shape. And without that, it's a big jumbo.
I got you for the rest of your time. You're stuck with me. Roger Dodger. Alright, so we're a little bit behind. Sorry. That's okay. I have 2 topics for you.
3 racks around in prep for E4D. It's a new exercise device that's going to be going in Columbus, probably being installed after. It's in PMM 1 Deck 4, so all the way back to PMM. It's full of stowage. We're going to be emptying that and move it. And then when they were designing this new exercise device, they were like, hey, we still have the shell of this rack. We're going to go ahead and just outfit it for this new device. Look through on your own time. This is just big picture, all of like the steps we're going to need to do to get through. So all the things that you're going to need to reconfigure. So we're going to need to collapse the.
Can you do this in coordination with the fruit tree? I guess there's some toilet.
Yeah, there are some toilet ops, and that is something we will be discussing at the increment level. The timing of when this rack transfer occurs in relation to those toilet operations that you just
It'll
talked
make it
about.
easier because we have to take it off.
Yep. So we'll that core rack that's back there. So. And this is just for end config. All this to say, we're moving a bunch of stowage, but this is kind of the no earlier than end of April is kind of what we're looking at now. Realistically, I expect this to probably happen sometime May, June, July, but it really depends on what those flight schedules look like.
What do you have to have, or what's your time limit or event-wise?
So
E4D's not coming anytime soon, right?
So the E4D hardware, the bulk of it is coming up NG21. Maintenance, if you remember from your fluid system skills class, can be very difficult. have 1-inch markings on your tools over here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the retaining ring installation and removal tool, and if you guys recall, yes, the back end, very good, is the tool we use to help remove that retaining ring. Yep. And you can see the little, that little pick right there. Yep. And so what you need to do is find the angle from the side and just kind of rock and pry the end of that retaining ring up.
Get it with my fingernail.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
I was picking out with my fingernail, but I wanted to follow.
And what he just said is, so we always let our students struggle with this tool to show you that it's not great, and especially when that retaining ring is super duper flat. Right. It's pretty difficult to hey, if you get it off, we're happy. We don't care how it comes off. But yeah, and we've started putting that in our procedures. Like, we'll obviously we have the tool in there. Yeah, it's like it actually helped get it off. And so
this one just fell off because
yeah. So imagine that didn't happen. You can go ahead and put that back on for me. It's stuck on there, and you would take your tool, the gamma seal removal tool, and you would put it flush on over top. So this guy right here. So you want to make sure the plunger is fully retracted, your gates are fully open. And then you're going to put it straight on, and then you're going to tighten your gates. The bottom of that tool is now closing and just clamping on top of that seal, just grabbing it. Clamp it all the way down, just till hand tight till you can't tighten anymore. And then you'll rotate the plunger at the top on there. But normally after a few attempts, this tool will actually get the seal off, but it doesn't always come off on that first attempt. Any questions about getting the retaining ring off? Or looking at for both of you, the retaining ring is hold on. So you pull the plunger, and then you slide the top out, pull it out, the cone's
This is
you can keep that disengaged, and then you just go right back over your fitting, flush on, and zip it straight on.
stuck. Do we have a strip nut or a cross-coupled thread? Or
These attachments here are jammed into the seat track, and in fact, we think one of them is actually bent, and it's just one of you, or one of your crewmates will be installing the new dose pump. That dose pump, if you remember, is located about where that hose is pointing. It's right here. Yep. Options for access are leave it as is, which I don't recommend. It's really tight to get it. So a little oopsie there. But we're flying up a spare dose pump. So numerous parts coming up in spring.
You can sell real estate in the Sahara Desert.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah. So in addition to providing redundancy on the U.S. side for waste, we really want toilet to run to be the primary waste management system on the U.S. side for as long as we can. And who wants these two?
We got two?
Yeah, it'll be two.
Okay.
Well, two crew.
3 hands.
Yeah, 3 hands. And so we don't have the entire fitting mocked up, but look, it's this guy right here. This fitting is the output from the separator is going to connect right here X number of years ago. But it'll
be there.
And the torque is only, let me make sure I get this right. Where is it? Inch-pounds is the torque on that.
Right. I'm betting you could stick that wrench in there and block it. One person
This
could
is
do
like
that.
the Mario Luigi moment.
Yep. Well, the
Until
sensor.
we got a hold of
yeah.
it.
The sensor is caught, but it actually has a bubble diverter because the first iteration.
We always turn off air circ when we open the port because we want to keep dirty space station air away from our space.
So it's positive pressure off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So here,
Okay.
and then we'll do the rest. And
And then you can,
I can email you right before
Okay.
we do, the week before we do the payload, I can send you information.
Okay. So you want the blue line at the end?
Yes, blue line at the end.
There we go. Kind of like that.
Perfect. A strip of Kapton that gathers your small trash with the sticky side up.
Yeah.
And
Well,
is
I was
mirrored.
thinking I would put it here, but we're
And
doing
that
work
works.
here, right?
Yeah, you're gonna work probably here-ish.
So yeah, that to me looks pretty good.
I like
That's exactly.
And then if you'll take a needle strip and a few needle strips. We're just gonna do one today. And you can stick that above where you have the needles, and it should also have, does it not have the clear backing? Oh, actually, we're gonna set up, you have 3 types of wipes in there. You've got biocide wipes, BZK wipes, and sterile gauze. We're gonna set up a strip of each. So that can just go on Velcro. That you have, I think, that capped on. I want to show you if you
This
can
one?
with that. Yeah, you can just set that.
So this we're gonna put here. So this has Velcro there.
Yes, and it should have the green dot, and one more that is that same size with the green dot. And you are gonna stow that. Yeah, we'll set that up, and that can get temp stowed on the left. Yeah, the other side. Exactly.
Okay, is there?
You can actually put it in the middle and bring the bungees up from either side. And if you look on the left and right, there is septa, the orange septa. That is where we're poking the needles through.
Yep.
And there's the number of pokes on the septa so they don't start leaking.
Copy.
And that can go in your trash bag.
I was gonna ask, is this trash now? Okay.
It's trash. And with a rinse syringe off the back wall.
Okay.
Take it out of the packaging.
Okay.
And then the needle wrapper can go on your Kapton trash. Like as we get to the smaller trash, I think they work pretty well.
Okay.
That's there. And the piece out, I can. We fly. There is always an outer cleanliness bag. So we do biology. We want everything to stay clean. Also have this little Kapton tab, so that if you need to temp stow something somewhere.
So that wasn't
you've got
fully
it.
closed and all. That was
No,
just, okay.
no.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
so the trick is you want to get in the sleeves and then kind of basically pull it up on your arm as much as you can.
So I want these things are on the inside or the outside?
Those are on the inside.
Okay.
That's your first layer. So, yeah, first layer. It's always, you're
Right.
going to discover it there.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm betting I'll have to tape if it's
Okay.
exactly these.
Yeah. This is one of those method to madness. So,
Yeah.
I usually have it go in a little bit more and then take this tab and use it to secure to the back panel. Just a little
okay.
sticky bit to the back panel. And now what this piece that we have for you.
Do I need these? Are these BZKs?
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And should have also given you your toolkit, which if you take the Velcro board and the toolkit and slide that out. So
oh,
you
these
just-
guys.
yes.
Okay, so this is called a Velcro bar?
Yes.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
this is why this LSG
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
suddenly it will all make sense
Okay.
from that piece, that hook
And then I
piece that
tape
you
it in
had.
place?
Yep, and then you tape it down to anywhere here. And then once you do that, you'll see the genius of our plan.
The only thing I wonder about is, I mean, the Velcro often overcomes the tape, right?
Right, but this is where, so.
So let's say
Yep.
right here.
Mm-hmm. These Velcro bars, your tools just like that, you have it on there. So they're again an easy get out of the way
Right.
spot.
Okay.
And now we will deploy. This came out of 4C. That would be your medium.
Yep.
So-
Probably work well here too.
Yeah, it's true. It's pretty sticky. Yeah. And that way you're not dealing with that clear piece.
Okay. Practical question.
Yes.
Like gold, they're pre-Velcro.
I did it. Yeah,
And we can
pre-velcroed and
label over
pre-tabbed
this.
and
Yeah, okay.
yeah. And you everything. We just want no contact with the tips. No, because
Mhm.
we're trying to keep contamination away from.
Okay, so that's sterile. All right.
Yep, everything. Now you're gonna BZK wipe the septa on the left and right sides. Your septa are the red circles.
Okay.
Black is our medium.
Right.
Here I will be your gravity assist.
Okay.
Now you're gonna take a full syringe
Oh, that's a lot.
and, well, actually no, sorry. I mean take one of the full syringes off the board.
Oh,
We're just
okay.
gonna
So I'm
deploy
not
this
drawing
for
yet.
now, not yet.
Okay.
But that is what you'll eventually do.
Okey-doke.
So,
Paid it in.
yeah, and
Okay.
then once that is clicked, now you lock the guide.
Gotcha.
And that just keeps, when you're doing these activities, keeps that plunger straight, because otherwise the same, so we're not gonna go through that piece, but that's why.
Okay.
And then I will always tell you where to end here. You'll end at a hard stop there.
Yep.
Here I'm gonna want you to end at 30 ml.
Oh, so the next one is gonna, but I'm still doing it in 5 mil
Yeah.
increments. Okay.
5 mil increments just until that one's empty at hard stop, and on this side 30 ml. And again, I will be in you and pull that one out. And first thing you'll do is aim it at the gauze and safe the needle.
Well, here we don't expect anything to express, right?
No, but the whatever's left over in the needle could. And now take off your plunger tool.
Because you want to keep that.
Yes. And that wipes just the way you have it off the bottom.
Roger.
And wherever you're operating the science in the middle, we'll look at some different options of that. So they're gonna. This is on the magnetic seat track. So I mean, this is obviously
Off-center.
it's just this piece on the magnetic seat track. This is my. I need something for gravity.
Sure.
Same. You're gonna come in with a media syringe on one side, a waste on the other. Do your exchange. On the day we do fixation, we're gonna actually do a PFA wash.
Oh, really? Okay.
So you'll do PFA, and this is also gonna be the same needle.
Right.
And then,
Brilliant. That is really cool.
yeah, again, and
Go team.
yeah. So in this case, what happens is, this one is where we take samples because there are diffusers on the side, and this.
Because I broke the plunger, before I successfully broke the plunger, this thing came out of there. And
Right.
that is really loose.
Yeah.
That takes almost no effort.
That is a really good.
And I don't know that that would be a problem, per se.
Well, so I think what could happen if you don't realize you've loosened it,
Yeah.
it's not going to pull sample in.
Yeah, that's true.
anymore. And I think incubator or sable, these are thaw pouches. They'll be warmed up to 43C.
Right.
And you can get that out of Melfi, tuck it in here to do, and you can agitate just to
Right.
swirl the warm